I don't know if this is the demo piece for social media. And then over the sacrum, right there. And he's getting movement into an area that just most therapists are never going to access this. They're not going to mobilize in this way to reach down into his hips and pelvis that way. Down and over is the way. Yeah, and he still wants this down and over. So what do? And this is me. This is just improvising. He started to feel it in the knee. And it's just because of the pressure through his quads. But that sort of communication, if I don't open space for him to do that, I can pull him too far. But he knows enough about his range and what's going on. And I'm just going to soften both sides again, just like before. We were doing something more extreme. We were doing something that was a little bit more at his edge, enough that he had to have me back off. I did one leg at a time. Now I'm going to switch it up real quick because he liked both sides, essentially. Now I'm going to do just a little bit of both. And I can do this with him. How's that, Joe? Not too much? Okay. And I gave him just a tester on both legs because he can do this. He's light enough that I can lift him. I'm going to put my foot right over his sacrum. It's very common to sort of do one side, do the opposite side, and then do both to kind of, build up that way. Denise, is that the stuff that's felt the best so far?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is lift him up and then see if I can get this to slide in and underneath his quad there. And this may take some work. When I lift you just like that, Joe, is that too high? How's that? Doesn't feel balanced? Does not feel balanced. Okay. And he's like extended out to this side. I'm just using the props I have. I'm going to come in, lift his leg, see if I can get it in. How's that?
Oh, too far.
Little higher. There we go. And now I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to lift this guy and see if I double the pillow over and like tuck it in. How's that? Anything? Falling. Okay. Now, it may just be that this bolster, it just don't fit what I'm trying to do. And I don't, remember exactly when I've done this. So I'm taking him out. I'm going to move this guy away because I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to grab my blankets. I'm going to stack them up. And I'm going to stack them up probably higher than that. And in my case, probably all four. So what I'll do is pick him up, slide this over, and I want to see, can I hook that in? How's that right there? Okay. Do you feel like you have enough support? You don't feel. Okay. I'm going to push this in even just a little bit more. How's that? Good. Now, he's lifted. You can see this rotation, right? He's lifted kind of similar to what we were doing before, but now I don't have to hold his leg. What happens if I come over and start to push in there, Joe? And this is along the gluteal. Now, what happens if it gets a low back? How's that? Okay. If I could stack this leg higher, would that help more, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So he doesn't quite know. If I don't want to use my legs, let's say for some reason I want the elbow, and I now come over from this position and go, listen, you want an elbow in here? Or do you want an elbow in here in your gluteals? So and this was just based on what he told me. Now, his thigh is still lifted, but what happens if I give him just a bit of quad? How's that? Now I'm using the props to do some of the work. Does that seem to be working, Jean?
Yes and no.
For you or for Denise? But for you?
For me,
I come up and switch it out, and I go, listen, if I use my foot a little lower or a little higher?
Yeah.
Right there. And I'm even going to switch feet. To me, this is pretty advanced. There's no reason I can't just come in, slide that out, and go back to what I was doing, but I won't be able to hold him in this position as long. And this is a much more extreme version. Now, the other part, and I just want to mention this, could I come in and use my body as the prop? What do you think? A little more, Joe? The difference is my legs and feet are like super mobile. You can see the toes and the way my feet are bent, my body allows me to do this.